Hey, what's going on, guys? So, welcome back to another topic. So, this topic is about the output binding. So, later in the very first video that we have discussed about the input binding, and it's completely opposite of the input binding. So, what actually is output binding? So, output is basically is used to send data out. When we want to send data out from, it means that we are sharing the data out from the child component to the parent component. So, that's what the basic difference is. So output sends data out by exposing even producers, usually even emitter objects. So what even an emitter object is? So if you guys are not aware of that, so don't worry, I'm gonna explain you each and everything here. So now we have that topic about the output binding. So the very first thing I'm gonna do is that I have already created two components, and it's basically very similar to the what I have created in my previous video. So already I have the app.component.html file, which is my parent component, and as well as I have my child folder, and inside that I have already the child component. So it's very identical to my previous project or previous video. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is that the very basic difference about the child component is that we want to share the data from the child component to the parent component, or we have to send data out, right? In case for the input binding, we can send data from parent to the child, but in that output binding, it's completely different. It's basically the opposite of that. So inside the app.component.html file, I'm going to create my very first function. So that has to be I create the function with the name of greet. So inside my child.component.ts, sorry, not inside the child, it's inside my main parent component. So app.component.ts file, outside of the constructor, I'm going to create a function named greet. And inside that function, I just simply need to put here some basic alert and say hello AB nation. All right, so now after that, inside your app.component.html file, I'm gonna create a but before moving, I think so I need to go to the child class so you guys can understand better. So inside the child component.html file, I'm gonna create the very basic alert, very basic button. So I'm gonna create a button here. Inside that button, I'm going to create an event handler, which is the click event, and the name of the function in my case is call parent greeting. All right, and the name of the button in my case is click. All right, so inside the app.component.ts, inside the child, because I need to make that click function also inside my child component. So I'm going to move down here, and I created a function, and just for my testing case, I'm going to test that out. If I refresh that, and you see that we have no child component here or right here. So in order to do that, we need to go inside the app.component.html file, and down here, I'm going to create the selectors for my child, which are app-child, and also create the output bind. And remember that these brackets are for the output, but for the input, we use these brackets, square brackets. So for the output, I create the name event, which is the greet event, and I created already a function inside that, which is greet. So if you guys need to see that, you can see that I already created the function, which is greet. All right, so once you are done with that, you go to your component, and now you see that you have your button. So if I just click over here, you see now we can easily test that out. All right. Now after that, if I want to emit that, basically emit means that we have our output bind, which is the greet event, which is our output decorator. So I need to go to my child.component.ts file. I need to bring that out here inside my core. Both input and output are inside our Angular core. and I created the output which is which is actually greet event, and I created the output bind just like that, output bind, and that is equal to, and now you see that it also import to my Angular core. All right. So now we have our event emitter, and already we have tested out. So now if I want to emit that and want to share my event and want to share my property from child to parent. So what I'm gonna do is to this dot the greet event for the output bind, and we need to emit that and dot emit, and I have passed here this dot name. And now you see that it has been asking that from where this name is coming from. So I need to bring here name equal to Abdullah and saves it over here. And now you see that that has been removed. But in case for the emit, I need to bring that also inside my greet dollar event. And for the app.component.html, we need to go to our TS file and remove that hello AB nation and pass here my name, hello, and pass my name and to the name here so that I can share the child component.ts name, child component name to my parent component. So if I just go back and now you see now hello Abdullah. So that's how we can easily work with our output binding. So I hope you guys can understand about the output binding, and in the next videos we will talk about loops and conditional statements, right? So thank you for watching. I want to see you for the next time.